Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, but watch those ads. All right, y'all, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about my life. Okay, I got this little book that I wrote my stuff in that I want to share with the world, because everything I've been through in my life has been a challenge for me today, and a lot of things people go through they don't talk about. So let me just read to y'all what I wrote. Okay. Understanding life is just life. You have to live life in order to face life. I never thought being into this life I would face so many different challenges in my life. Let's start off by saying giving life to a human, another person. Not only that, my first child, my life had changed. I knew that I was about to be a mother and didn't know how to be a mother. Seeing a life so precious gave me strength, wisdom, hope, and a reason to live. Remember what my grandma used to say, never going to be shit or have shit. I took those words to the heart. That made me realize those words were not to make me feel bad. It made me feel powerful. I didn't have a mother. I had a grandmother, definition of a real mother, someone who taught me everything I know, starting from my ABCs, my 1, 2, 3s. Every day of my life was a struggle. All the fights in my house, all the rape, all the things that was going on in my household. Being a young child, I could not go out and tell anybody what was going on inside of my house because of the fact that my grandma would have beat us. But seeing my brother getting raped over and over again messed up my mind frame, because seeing that as a child, I didn't understand what was going on. Watching my uncles beat on my sister, trying to put hickeys on her neck, and doing all the crazy things to his mama. He even didn't have no respect. He would cuss his mom out, which is my grandma, call her all kind of names and say things. Living in a household like that made my mind change a lot, because at 17, I wanted to run away because my grandma treated me like a slave. She didn't treat me like a normal grandchild or a child. She had me sleeping in the laundry room on the floor, always had me mopping and cleaning the trailers, doing everything, like basically cleaning and doing everything. Couldn't go out with my friends, couldn't go with my aunts, couldn't go nowhere, always underneath her. Had me in the laundry room like I was in a prison cell, never could break free. So I felt like, one day I would break free and I would get away from all the pain and stuff that I'm going through, that I'm going to walk away and I'm going to leave. So I decided when I was 17 that I was going to walk away and I was going to never look back. So that's one thing that was going on inside of my head. Like the devils and the demons were trying to take over my soul. When I would cry night and day and ask the Lord, why did you make me? Why did you create me to be into this world of so much cruel and stuff going on, to where I'm being judged by the color of my skin by my own mother. I'm being judged of the color of my skin by someone who gave me life, someone who carried me in their wounds for 9 months and pushed me out and treated me like I was nobody. Look at me like I was an outsider. Didn't look at me like I was one of her child, like she looked at the other ones. So, when a person go through so much in their life, you never know or understand what they're going through, just because what you see a person post for a 60, 15, or 3-second video. So, just like I said, when I turned 17, I ran away, and I felt like it was best for me to run away. I ran away to Phoenix, Arizona, went to sell black magazines. This is during the time I didn't pregnant, I wasn't having no kids, none of that stuff. So I asked the Lord, to forgive me for everything I have done. So I was fighting myself because of the fact that things I went through in my life as a child to a teenager growing up. As my life started to go out and it started to expand, I started to explore more. I got raped when I was 15 by this guy. I used to babysit this lady kids. I didn't want to tell my grandma because my grandma would have stopped me from working. So he raped me down in the bottom of the garage, and I was too afraid to go back over there. I was too afraid to tell her anything. So I was raped at the age 15. Of course, I lost my virginity at that time too. Was too scared to even tell my sister, but I did. And then I wound up just going out there, being out there in the world, hanging with all my friends and doing things I wanted to do, skipping school, not listening, being hard-headed, being the person that I was. And I was realizing, like, life is not really what I wanted anyway, so I wish I would die. So I wound up meeting this girl, and we started hanging out and doing things and just doing dumb stuff. And, she died. She got killed and murdered. And I was like, wow, if we was together, then I would have been on that railroad track with her. But at the end of the day, y'all, I done dodged too many bullets in my life. So I'm asking God to put me and my kids on the next level, so we can become famous, that we can become to the top of the charts, that we can get everything we ever wanted, a big house, a big car. But it starts with success. It starts with me. So, with my grandma raising me, and out of all the things I've been through, that made me stronger to be who I am today, because of the fact that she raised me to be a black single woman. Not only that, showed me how to love my children, showed me how to be a mother, showed me how to clean, cook, do everything that I know, to give them everything that I ever wanted as a child. So looking over my kids and looking at my kids, I thank the Lord for all my blessings because of the fact that he gave me 9 beautiful children, and that if he didn't want me to have these kids, he wouldn't have put these kids on me. And I also was like in the dark, in a space, like I would get my tape recorder and I would record myself talking about different things that I've been through in my life that I didn't really want to talk to nobody about. And I didn't see a counselor or anything like that. My grandma did have us going to see a doctor where he would give us so much medicine in our bodies to make us feel numb or make us feel sleepy. And I feel like that wasn't necessary because she didn't want us to talk about the problems that we were going through inside of our household. And that's the things I tell my kids. I said, what goes inside this house stays inside this house. It doesn't go outside this house. And now that I'm grown and she's dead and gone and my mama's still living and my daddy, I just feel like they took a big chunk out of my heart to make me feel this way, the way I feel today. Like, you don't know me. You don't know my story. You don't know how I pulled myself through all these things. I got my kids taken from me. I went through the court system. I fight to get my kids back. I fight to do everything I possibly can to keep my kids alive. And raising 2 teenage kids is hard. Going through a relationship with a man for 10.5 years, dealing with his crap, having all his kids. Yo, my body is so humble and so peaceful. So all the things I've been through to get out here and tell y'all my story. So, I mean, like, I don't need nobody to be judging me because only God can judge me. You know what I'm saying? I ask God to forgive me for all my sins. I ask God for everything to put us where we need to be. But, you know, I write in my diary every day. And it's just like I had to get it all off my chest. I just want to cry sometimes, but I can't do it around my kids. So I'm sitting in the car alone, doing this alone. I'm doing this because I feel like I need to release all the stuff that's going on inside of here. To make me feel better, to make me feel like I'm somebody. Like, I'm not ugly, I'm beautiful. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm human. I'm not here just to be here. I'm here because God created me to be in this world, this beautiful world that we're in, because one day my casket will close and will never open again. So, you know, I just be like, people can sit up here and talk about me with my relationship with my kid's father, or they can talk about different things. They're on the outside looking in. They don't know shit what I got going on. And I'm going to tell you something. A hater always going to hate. Let your haters be your motivation, because guess what? That's going to bring you to the top of the charts, because guess what? They watching you come up and they're miserable and they want you to be right on the same level they're on. But I always told myself, one day I'm going to be out here in this world and I'm going to be out there. And I want family to see, yo, look where I came from to where I'm at now. Never will I give up on my dreams and goals and what I want to become because of the fact that ain't gonna somebody else trying to stop my dreams and goals. But I ask the Lord every day to take my pain away. You know, it still stays with me about my childhood life. I still have dreams and nightmares. I still think about the day my grandma died in the hospital. I still think about everything in my life because it never goes away. It's always there. It's like I never will forget. You know, I will forgive, but I never forget. And I like my sister, like, if it wasn't for her to take me in when I got pregnant with Naya, and my aunt did all the things she did to me, I couldn't eat out her refrigerator, I couldn't lay on her couch, I couldn't wash in her water, I couldn't do certain things in her house. So I was like on the streets at the age 17, 18 when I got back from Phoenix, Arizona. So I basically went to Phoenix, Arizona, Houston, Texas, came back, stayed at my aunt's house. My aunt started getting on my nerves. I packed my bags. My sister came and got me. So I most definitely want to say to my sister, my BFF, Barbara Holiday, my sister Kiana Addison, I want to say to them, most definitely those 2 chicks had my back. When I didn't have a place to stay, me and my baby was on the street. So my sister took me in and gave me a place with my first child, which is Naya. And then I decided to go out in housing and apply for housing to get help for me and my children. Well, me and Naya at the time, it wasn't my children. So I basically got on public housing at the age 19 to make a way for me and my daughter, because my grandma was on her dying bed and we was at the hospital that day, and I found out I was pregnant with Papa, and I went walking and apply, and I got approved. So I was on my own since I was 19, but the struggle gets real, y'all. I'm not telling no lie, bruh. And ain't nobody gonna understand, like, the things I've been through. Like, the struggle is so real. Like, I've been out on the streets in the cold, pregnant. I didn't have food to eat. Man, I was just a bomb. Like, I was a bomb. Like, I wasn't really me. I wasn't who people wanted me to be. Like, now that I'm coming up, I want y'all to remember this. If anything ever happened to me, Never be afraid to tell your testimony. Never be afraid to open up about anything you go through in your life, because everything that you hold down deep inside is going to hurt you even more, and it's going to cut you more deep, because you're not letting everything out that goes on inside of that bondage of that heart that you have. And my heart is pure gold, and everybody love me. Some people don't like me, but at the end of the day, hold on. I want y'all to look at this video. I want y'all to understand. I love a lot of you guys. And some days I feel like giving up. Some days I feel like I just can't do this anymore. But when I look at my kids, only thing I think about is loving them and being here for a long time. The definition of a real mother is me. The definition of a real mother is my grandmother, because she raised me to be who I am. So if you don't like me, forget it. I don't care. But at the end of the day, watch this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Make this go viral. I got a testimony here. Ayana can't fix my life. Dr. Phil can't fix my life. I can only fix my own life. By that note, peace out.